Hello, everybody, or should I say, buongiorno, because the New York Giants are officially reporting that they will be starting Tommy DeVito over Drew Lock on the Sunday matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. And we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on what that means for Sunday's game and how facing Tommy DeVito is going to be different than facing Drew Lock and why the Baltimore Ravens caught a huge break with this news. But let me know, okay? I want to hear from you guys. Do you want the Ravens to win on Sunday, regardless who's at quarterback, regardless if it were Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, or Prime Joe Montana? If you want them to win, do me a favor, like the video down below for me. Let's show how many Ravens fans we got rocking with us right here on today's show. The tweet came out just hours ago, 11:33 a.m. from Jordan Raanan, or Raanan. Sorry if I'm butchering that, Jordan. Giants will start Tommy DeVito this week versus Ravens per coach Brian Daboll. Drew Lock is in a boot with a heel injury, will not practice on Wednesday. And the reason I think this is a huge break is because I feel like Drew Lock's ceiling is higher, okay? I think that Drew Lock is one of those guys who's able to pull off a Fitzmagic type game, right? Where you're thinking it's Drew Lock. There's no way they can beat this opponent. There's no way they can do this. Think of what the Seattle did against Philly just last year, right? He's able to sometimes pull something out of nowhere and look like one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. And we saw it happen to the Baltimore Ravens earlier this year against Gardner Minshew. He pulled out a Fitzmagic game, or honestly for him, a Gardner Minshew game, where every now and then he just looks like a world beater. And I think Drew Lock has that ability. Now, I think his floor might be just as low as DeVito's, but I think his ceiling is definitely higher. Now, I'm not saying that DeVito won't be able to do that. I just think it's less likely. He's made one start so far this year. It was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He had a 67.7% completion percentage, threw for 189 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You could just tell that the game plan, they just couldn't do much with Tommy DeVito in that starting quarterback range. I mean, they didn't have him going downfield a lot. They used the run game as much as they could. He only had 189 yards passing. He started 9 games last season. He had a 64% completion percentage, passed for just over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He took 37 sacks with New York, and man, that's been their problem. We'll talk about that more in just a little bit. But I want to hear how you guys are feeling about this, okay? Because this makes me happy. I'm happy DeVito starting over Lock. I think he's the worst quarterback out of the two. How do you feel? How does it make you feel? If you feel happy, give me an H in the comment section down below. If you feel unhappy, go ahead, give me a U. You're about to get hit with a YouTube ad break, so take advantage of that time. So go down to the comment section and give me your answer. So when you look at that the amount of sacks he took last year, it's 37. If you look at his pressure to sack percentage, it was 37.4, number 1 in the NFL. And if you look at Daniel Jones's pressure to sack percentage, it was 31.6%, number 2 in the NFL. So that's stating that when you put these guys under pressure, when you put a guy like DeVito under pressure, more often than any other quarterback in the league, you're coming down with that sack. And that was something the Saints were able to do to Drew Lock this past week. Put him under pressure, that is. They ended the day with 2 sacks, 26 quarterback pressures. They had a quarterback pressure rate of 46.4%. Was extremely high. Just this last Sunday, we all know that Giants offensive line struggles. It hurt really bad when they wasted a top 5 pick on a guy like Evan Neal at that tackle position out of Alabama, and he's turned into just about as big a bust as any, okay? And that's just their tackles position. We don't even want to talk about their interior because it doesn't get much better in there. And so that's when I look at this Ravens pass rush and I say, okay, you need to do the same thing that the Saints just did against the Giants, okay? And they've been doing pretty fine this year in terms of, honestly, pretty solid. Top 10 in sacks, top 10 in quarterback pressures. But it's that quarterback pressure rate that they've struggled with. Only 31.6%. That is 24th in the National Football League. That needs to see an uptick, okay? Because just this last Sunday, or excuse me, 2 Sundays ago, right before the bye week, week 13, you only pressured Jalen Hurts 4 times, and the quarterback pressure rate was 19.0, which was one of the worst games in the NFL, the 416 games in the NFL this year, that was 28th ranked for quarterback pressure rate, okay? So you need to see that change. You need to see a difference in that because you're playing an offensive line that's really not great at protecting the quarterback, and you're playing a quarterback who, when he goes under pressure, and even when he's not under pressure, is not even that great to begin with. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We got more content coming up in just a little bit, but I got to take a second. Shout out the sponsor of today's video. That is our friends over at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the most exciting and also the easiest way to play daily fantasy sports. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. You can now win up to 200 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need a win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds. Turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. Let's take a little bit of a look at my Prize Picks that I've got going through this weekend. I'm just going to take the freebie, okay? I know we hate Patrick Mahomes, but they're giving him half a passing yard, so all he has to do is get more on that. 1 passing yard. I think that's a steal. Derrick Henry, 99.5 rush yards. I think he gets the more on that against a really struggling Giants rush defense. And then Lamar Jackson, just a couple weeks after his mom cusses him out for not running more, I think he does get more than 44.5 rush yards. You can tail my picks. You can fade my picks. Just make sure you do it with our friends over at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. If this is your guys' first time tuning in to the channel, welcome. So happy you're here. So happy you're still sticking around watching this video. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, I suggest you do so. This is the best place to be if you're a Ravens fan right here on YouTube. Daily Ravens videos, breaking news coverage. You go live every Tuesday just for a midweek show. We go live for every single game. The best part about it, all 100% free. We're looking to give you deals this holiday season. We'll be free for the rest of the year as well. So join the 23,000 plus we have subscribed here on the channel. So I think one of the big reasons that I'm so excited to see how this team does on Sunday against a guy like Tommy DeVito is because they've given me a reason to be excited over the past 3 weeks. We've talked about it a lot already this week, but man, they've been really good. It seems like they may have turned a corner. The total yards per game, 281.3. Rush yards per game, 115.0. Pass yards per game, 165.0. Third down conversion, 13 out of 42. That's 30%. Now, where does that rank? 4th in the NFL, 16th in the NFL. Pass yards per game, 1st in the NFL over the last 3 weeks, and third downs, 3rd in the NFL. I know we already went over all these stats earlier this morning, but I think it's important to take into account when you're looking at facing a guy like Tommy DeVito, because I expect all these numbers to go down, okay? Or I guess go up. I expect them to improve. That's what I expect, okay? Because you've been able to do it against a guy like Russell Wilson, who, say what you want about him, he's having a pretty good season so far, against Justin Herbert and against Jalen Hurts. 3 really good quarterbacks, and now you're going up against a guy like Tommy DeVito. And yeah, he's got a lot of swag, okay? His agent wears fedoras and suit jackets and turtlenecks and chains, dressed a lot cooler than I could ever dream of. But at the end of the day, there's a reason that he was the 3rd-string quarterback behind Daniel Jones and Drew Lock. So with all of that being said, I want to see this defense perform in a way they haven't yet, okay? I want to see him force turnovers. I want to see him get to the quarterback. And I want to see them play a game that will go at the end of it and say, I feel good about this team going forward in the playoffs. I feel good about this defense going forward and into the playoffs. Okay, so I'm going to play Vegas for a little bit. It's Vegas time. Welcome into the casino. Half an interception for Tommy DeVito on Sunday. 0.5. That's what I'm setting the line at. Do you think it goes over than that? If you think so, type O for over. If you think it goes under that, there's no picks. Give me a U for under. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Best place to be, I can promise you that. If you're a Ravens fan and wanting daily content, we get you that every single day right here on Ravens Rundown. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys tomorrow.